This position in 2004, Grandmaster Alexander Morozevich takes his opponent into a deep, dark forest. Let's see what happens here. So in the game, the position is very complicated, and Morozevich just played queen to c3. This leaves the bishop on f4 undefended, but counterattacks the knight on d4. And Morozevich's real point with queen to c3 is that it's x-raying the pawn on g7. So if the knight ever moved, queen takes g7 would be checkmate. So his opponent decides to continue with pawn to e3, advancing the pawn forward to open up the queen's vision to the rook on h1. So now Morozevich can't grab the knight because then his opponent grabs the rook with check. But here Morozevich creates absolute madness on the board and continues with rook takes d4 anyway, sacrificing the rook on h1 with check and the bishop on h3. So Morozevich is just down a rook. What did he have in mind? Well, he continues with rook takes d8, grabbing the rook and opening up queen takes g7 checkmate, so the opponent can't recapture. And his opponent decides to defend by grabbing the pawn. But now Morozevich simply recaptures and is reintroducing checkmate on g7. But his opponent thinks he's defending with queen to g4, now guarding the square, and it looks like maybe black is holding on. But there's one combination that forces checkmate, and Morozevich crushes his opponent with queen to h8, a queen sacrifice coming completely out of nowhere, and his opponent resigns the game, because after king takes queen, we have rook takes f8, and after knight to g8, the winning move, bishop to e5, boxing the king in the middle of the board, forcing queen to g7, and finally h takes g7. Checkmate.